Those are kind of interesting. Hey everybody, I'm just going over some of the new cards I buy for the store, and sometimes it looks interesting to me. I buy cards like 2 or 3 of them, so I can sell one and look at the other. So tonight I was just looking at this Thoth deck, and Aleister Crowley. The artwork, I saw the artwork in a video the other day, and it was so amazing. I'm like, you know what? I gotta have it. So, the Magus is instead of the Magician. So yeah, I've heard there are very different interpretations. Like the Wheel of Fortune is the fortune here, and then there's a card of lust. Would that be what's the 11 in the major arcana in tarot? Because that would be the devil. Then that's probably the devil.
No, it should be.
Well, no, I'm telling you, it reminds me of the devil card. But in any case,
Devil's 13.
they're the Hangman. 13 here is the death card. That's why I'm saying that is possibly the replacement for the devil. Maybe that's art. Here's the devil. Okay, you got the devil card. But anyways, we're babbling on. I wanted to talk to you about the cards. So, the good thing, the wonderful thing about these cards is the artwork. It's really beautiful. Stunning. That there's nothing, that's probably an understatement for the artwork on the cards. So that was the reason why I bought that. Where this deck majorly fails is in its packaging and in its quality. And I'm really kind of upset about that because and this is the premiere edition, I believe, that I purchased. I really believe, because I don't mess around when it comes to buying tarot cards. I'm just going to keep flipping through these so you guys see some of them. This is absolutely stunning. So, when I buy a deck, like if there's one in the 10, and if there's one that's the premiere edition, and one that's the regular, I'm going to buy the nicest one. The Fool was the first image that drew me to this deck. Okay, so I was like, wow, these are really beautiful. Look, the dog's humping his leg, for real. Look, humping his leg. Anyways, so the artwork, absolutely fabulous. But man, this deck fails in 2 ways that makes me pretty much, I'll make the video. This is not something I'm going to sell on my website. And, because, so first of all, it came in this thing inside a thing, okay, where the deck sat in the middle of this, and then where's that sleeve? And it came in a sleeve, and then it gave a Celtic spread layout, but it was the new adaptation, and literally flipped the numbers around, which can be very confusing. So the 6 is where the 4 is, the 4 is where the 6 is, the 5 is where the 3 is, and 3 is where the 5 is. And so for a new reader, and if you don't understand what I'm talking about, look up the Celtic cross. So I could see they made that adaptation. Maybe it might have even made more logistic sense in the spread. But, okay, I don't need that. You give me a QR code. I need none of this. I mean, how many trees fell off for this? I mean, Mother Nature is weeping. This is, I think about collecting cards for cards' sake. That maybe possibly you want to trade them. Like I've got some not vintage, well, they will be vintage by the time she sells them, Barbie dolls. They were wearing black and red. Remember they had those real sophisticated Barbies? I went and bought almost every one they could. The sister one, I had to reach in and make sure I could fix her fro because her hair looked bad because she was the only one they had left, the sister with the red hair. But I buy things so that I can, possibly, they'll be a collector's item if you take care of them. But I do buy cards to be used. But sometimes when a card goes out of print, it don't matter how used it is. People would want to buy it. So completion. I ain't never seen cards like this before. So that part's amazing. But oh my God, this packaging blows. And I'm going to send a link to US Games and tell whoever's putting together the packaging blows. And then what's really going to make me take this off my website is the quality of the cards, y'all. I got playing cards. I got some bicycles better than that. Better than this. Yes. Dollar store. Not even bicycle. The quality of the paper. Like when I get my business cards, I waited. I got them from Moo because it's got a really nice feel in your hand. And for readers, I think it's really important about how it feels in your hands. How do you connect with the energy of the cards? Well, they don't suck the ashe right up out of these bad fellas. The only thing you get is the initial ooh from the picture, and then the rest is oh, this is bad, y'all. So yeah, I have a deck. I'm probably gonna put it on clearance, the extra one, unless somebody wants, to pay, for them. But understand what you're gonna get with this deck. And if you think it's okay for me to keep selling it, since I've already told you, or should, I'll let you guys tell me. Should I keep selling this deck because it's absolutely stunning? Or should I not because it comes in 50 million 11 packages like we're opening up the doors at Fort Knox? It was packaging inside packaging and then plastic inside of the package, inside of this. Seriously, no. So, yeah. Soon I'm going to talk to you guys about the mother piece and the conscious spirit oracle decks. I find it I read all of the books, that come with these because I want to know what the artist's interpretation was. That's really important when you're, because I believe like when you get into the spirit of what the person who made the cards, when you get part of that, I say, especially if they passed on, if they're dead, you're making several different necromantic connections then at that point. You're connecting maybe with the Aquarius ancestors and your ancestors or whatever spirits are there in the room, plus the spirit of the person that created this deck. And then spirits being alive and well, still, the artistic intent. As somebody that wanted to put an enchantment on a piece of artwork they were eventually going to sell. And I thought that was really cool. And I'm like, yeah, just tell it what you want it to do.
Yeah.
But, so you definitely have to connect with a deck. The mother piece is really kind of cool. Very primordial, I hate to say the word primitive, even though there's a definition of primitive and ain't got nothing to do with us. But I really hate to say the word because of what they've done to it. But I mean, there's not much more better way to describe it. Maybe there is one that just, I'm almost 50. We don't have all those words that they keep coming up with now. But there maybe is something better than saying something is, I don't like that, primitive, like it's an insult or something. I think it's artistic. But this one here, you see, they got me, y'all. They got me with the racially ambiguous woman on the cover. And then I looked through a few of the cards on the website, and you had, questionable green elves, stuff like this. The thing I like about this card the most is they've got a female as Gabriel, the guardian angel. This is excellent for it's got chakras on the back. We'll talk about these cards another day, but this is really good for your morning pull. Only problem is I don't really, I can imagine that there are women of color in this deck, and they look like this one here, but she's like really purple. So I don't know. She might be brown, kind of, sort of, but there's not enough. It's hard to connect with people and things that don't look like you.
Right.
But once again, she did it the way she did it because there's people that look like her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, how it's really kind of hard. That's why we, as Black people, really need to be. I mean, I have all the equipment here to even print and cut my own decks. I just can't draw. That's not my thing. If I could get an artist, we can make our own decks. With that's why I love the Black Power. Black Power. We're gonna talk about that too. But I'm still trying to find out all the different people he used in there. There's a couple people I don't recognize. So I always like to know, even though I know the meaning of the card, what's his meaning when he was putting that person in that card. Because every card has a spirit. A living, breathing spirit, just like the roots all have a spirit. Mm-hmm. And it's got a spirit, it's got a message. So I often wonder about that. But so yeah, the Thoth deck is very, 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 very different than any deck I've ever seen, and I expected it to be because I've read about it. And it's just the most beautiful deck of cards, and I'm really gonna see if I ordered the premiere edition, because if I didn't, maybe I could do better. But the thinness of these cards, I don't like the way they feel in my hands. It feels like I'm working paper, and I don't think I'd be able to use them long enough to even have them as a used collector's item because they're so thin. I think that this, that it's going to go. And there's another tarot book I have that covers these prints of discs and things like that aren't your rider weight. So it's good to have one of those types of concordances too. So if you love the artwork of the Thoth deck and you can think that you get over this let's kill every tree in the world packaging and the quality of the thinness of the cards, it's worth it for the art. That's why I just love it. That this art is really, really good. And once again, considering when it was made was early the 1900s, not a lot of us in here. Haven't seen one of us yet, but I admittedly haven't gone through the cards, But what I like about it here is it doesn't really concentrate most of these cards on people. It concentrates on things that we all share. So that's pretty cool too. So it's the only downfall of this deck. I could get over the crazy packaging is the fact that this deck is so thin. Defeat. Wow. Look at that card. Wow, look at this. Defeat. I think I'm really going to love reading from this deck, but damn it. Why does it have to be so thin? Why does it have to be so thin? So, in closing, the Thoth deck is really great, except for all this excessive packaging. The art is absolutely stunning. It feels like paper mache. Bad, thin paper mache, like Mod Podge. Okay? Mother Peace is coming soon. There's a lot of people of color, from what I can tell in here. This got me with the racially ambiguous woman on the front, but still not a lot of people of color. But, the creator of the cards wasn't a person of color. So, I'm comfortable doing things that look like me. That's probably the situation with her, but all the more reason for us to be making our own decks. So I'm going to look through all of these. Now I got to put them back in order. I don't even know how this works. I don't know how any of this works. And I just mixed them all up because I like to read them in order. So anyways, Shadow's about here ready to go to bed. And I am too. I kept her up while I was sewing tonight. I feel so bad. I'm like, don't leave me. Ah! But anyways, that's my review of those decks. And I'll talk to you guys later. I'm not showing you me on camera because I'm tired. Bye.